Hey everyone, James Reeves, TFBTV here at IWA 2025, talking with Steven at Primary Arms about the new Primary Arms RDB. RDB,
The
what?
PLx Compact RDB.
Yeah, it's a whole, alphabet soup.
Yeah, that's what, in tradition with our naming convention.
Yeah, sure, and I don't know what any of that shit means. They already know that. I'm one of those guys where it's like, when I use a good optic, I know I'm using a good optic, but if you try to tell me about your optic, I don't know if it's good or not, and I don't know what to ask. I just know if it's good if I use it. And what I will say, I'm gonna pump you guys up a little bit. I used a loaner gun, just some dude's beater AR-15 at Finished Brutality a week or two ago, and it had a 1 to 6x first focal plane, cheap ass $300 Primary Arms, and I actually kind of tore it up. Like I did pretty well with it, so I was surprised. Awesome. So I'm looking at this with a renewed sense of a renewed open-mindedness towards what I would typically consider to be the more budget-conscious options, right, from Primary Arms. Yep. Now I don't know. You guys have some expensive ones too, because I've got your a PLx. Yep. The which might even be this one. Like I've got the PLx one day.
The compact from a couple years ago,
yeah, and that one I think was like $1,500 or something like that. And it's really nice.
This is the new and improved that.
Okay, so this one is not going to be a cheap optic.
Comparatively, like where it punches in the kind of optics marketplace and the other competitive optics that are out there, we're actually way more reasonable than the closest competitor.
Well, give me the bad news now, and then tell me why it's a good deal.
So you're looking at, because it's that PLx Compact series, like the one you got, retails for around $1,500 in that first focal plane. We have brand new illumination technology in here. Unfortunately, that technology is a little bit more expensive, so it's basically a pass-through cost. It costs us more to make the reticle, so it's about $200, $250 more than the old one. We're looking at around this $1,750 price point. But the one that you have was first focal plane. It's a standard etch and fill reticle. So it's like daylight visible. You can see that it's red when you turn it on in bright daylight, but it's not like that red dot bright, burn your eyeballs out bright. Last year we came out with the fiber wire, but that's a second focal plane. So because there's always constant improvement and nothing's ever good enough, we had a lot of people that wanted that brightness level in a first focal plane.
Right,
so
and that's what you're getting here.
That's what we're getting with the
super
RDB.
Bright FFP.
Yep.
That's
kind of the namesake, RDB, red dot bright. You can shoot it like a red dot at 1x.
Okay, yeah, just throw some more, throw a couple more letters on there, Let's make it more confusing for idiots like me.
That's
I really appreciate that. Is this one made in the U.S.?
It is not. This is out of Japan, just like its
that's
older brothers are.
That's okay. If you're going to say made in China, we were going to have an issue.
Nope, not China. These are coming out of Japan.
That's fine.
A lot of the premium LPVOs and other scopes
are.
That's the place for glass.
Sure. Talk to me about all the features.
So we're still right at a pound, still super lightweight. We're just over 9 inches long, and we've got diffractive illumination in there. That's the big seller. So if for those of you guys that don't know, which I'm sure you're 100% aware of, but for anybody who doesn't know, so a regular etch and fill is kind of like shining your headlights at a stoplight at night or at a stop sign. You can see it glow, but it's not like you're staring at your headlights. Diffractive is a mirror, basically. So it's a louvered mirror. When we hit it with an LED, instead of scattering that light everywhere so you can see the color, but it doesn't really burn you, that mirror directs all the energy back to the shooter. So you're getting a much more intense light without any more power consumption. So we can burn this thing hotter than we can actually burn the fiber wire from last year, and we're not sacrificing anything as far as battery life goes. So you get that true red dot bright at 1x, both eyes open, burn it down, but then you have all the floating elements of the etched reticle in the first focal plane for shooting at distance, wind calls, things like that.
Got it. Steven, that's great. I understood about 75-80% of that. When can I get this, and where do I get it?
You're actually going to start seeing them in dealers and at primaryarms.com around April timeframe. You'll see them start coming out. We're doing 2 different reticle variants and 2 different body colors. So you can do the peanut butter pickle, that FDE that we released a couple years ago.
I love it. That looks really good. That's what mine is. Yeah.
Love that scope. And then you can do it in our new Raptor G2 reticle, which is a BDC-based reticle, or my personal favorite, the Griff Mill mill-based Gen 2 reticle, optimized for that diffractive system, so the horseshoe's a lot thinner, chevron's a lot smaller. We don't need as much surface area for illumination. Really clean reticles, some of the favorite ones we've come out with so far.
All right, well,
but yeah, you're looking at April timeframe on those things.
Stephen, I usually don't interject my personal opinion into SHOT Show, IWA, Enforce Tech videos, but what I will say to the viewers out there, this one, James Reeves seal of approval. I own, I guess, the predecessor, which sucks now. I guess I have to send that piece of shit in so you guys can send me this one, or something. Yeah. I mean, I'll give you a couple $100. Like, what do you need? A few €100, like whatever for me to get the upgraded version. But mine, I was really impressed with. So this is a neat addition. Thank you for speaking with us on TFBTV. Guys, thank you for watching. We are bringing you more from IWA 2025. Stay tuned.